I know your story. We haven't had you on the call, and I know there's a lot of new people here that that may have heard the podcast that we did a while ago. But just as a refresher, if you could just start from the beginning. How did you get introduced to insurance? And then how'd you find Family First Life?
Sure. Well, thank you for the opportunity to be here in this training. This kind of podcast is amazing to all the new people that they're learning about Family First Life. In my case, I've been with the company for this is my year number 3. Before I was in other IMO and also in the health insurance business. I've been with the industry for the past 4 years because in 2017 I moved my family from Puerto Rico to Florida, and I came from other industry, more that corporate world. Never worked before in insurance. However, when I moved my family here, I was totally broke. I was looking something that be be effective, that I can have results fast. And I received a message in email about the industry, and I say, well, I think I can do that. I tried doing the insurance in the old way, door knocking, low comp, struggling every day, broke every week. I was at for I think about 2 years struggling every day, until one day I received a call from Ivan. Ivan explained me the process at the beginning. To be honest with you, for me was a 232 a system that's so easy, leads, dials, appointments. But I decided to follow the system, and that's the way that I started in the company.
And you said that was 2017. You got introduced to insurance in 2017.
Yes. I was in 2017, 2018. I was doing life insurance with other IMO.
Okay.
And the situation that I was having is that the compensation was so low. And yeah, I was selling, but I was broke every week.
Yeah. What was your best month where you were?
The best month, 8,000.
8,000. Okay. And I know you're a Hall of Fame producer here. Congratulations. First time Hall of Fame producer in 2020. For those of you that don't know, that means he wrote over $400,000 last year on his own pen. But $8,000, your best month there. You were there for 2 years. What did you do your first month at Family First Life? Do you remember?
I think $14,000.
Right. So your first month at Family First Life, just because of a new system, 14,000, 6,000 better than your best month there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Something
and,
amazing.
Yeah. And then we'll move on real quick. But you came to insurance in 2017. Was that in Puerto Rico or here?
Here in the United States, in Florida.
Okay. Here in the United States. When you started in insurance, did you speak English at all?
Nope, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
So,
only in Spanish.
So for most of you on this call, Jose is a Hall of Fame producer. Didn't speak any English, didn't know anything about insurance in 2017, but he figured it out. So if you want to talk about a learning curve, having to learn insurance and English at the same time, you unless you're trying to figure out how to learn English at the same time as you're learning FFL, you have a significant advantage. There's no reason why you can't duplicate what Jose did and then everything else that he tells you throughout the rest of this call. Because I mean, and Ivan's the same. Ivan didn't speak English. It was like 10 years ago, but I mean, Jose 4 years ago didn't speak any English at all, which is amazing. When you sit back and think about all the stuff that you take for granted, being able to understand with ease, how he had to essentially translate it, learn it, and then translate it back. But now you're building a team. So talk to us about that. What are you using for hiring? How are you finding these people? Because you're growing at a pretty rapid pace.
Yeah. Well, when 3 years ago, when I started with the Family First Life, I was totally broke, and I did a mistake that I was so focused in my personal production. Yeah, I was trying to build my team, but I was not following the system, and I was struggling. I was selling. I was growing in my personal production, but my people in my team, they were not growing, and because I was not following the system, I was totally focused in my personal production. Then I decided that I understand that the only way that you can grow in this business is that you need help from other people, and you can help other people. And I decide to change my mindset, okay? Because I was so focused in receive commission. I was making $10,000 a week, and I was doing well. I was having money in my bank account. However, I was not reinvesting in the business. Then I decided to hire an admin because you need help. It's impossible that you be in the field and trying to make everything, and you have to open your wallet and start investing in an admin. Second, I open an office. You need a place because if you want to build a team, yeah, maybe you can have a meeting in Starbucks the first time, but not everybody will understand that have meeting in Starbucks is a good idea. You need to find an office, and I decided to open an office, and that's the office I'm here. Third, I decided to hire a recruiter, a real recruiter in my office, okay? A person that is all day doing interviews, and she's receiving resumes of different people that are looking for an opportunity. We're investing in Indeed, we're investing in social media, we're looking in Facebook, because Wayne, this is a great opportunity. This changed my life, and it's important that we share that opportunity. And I decide to that. Fourth, I have the recruiter, I have the admin, I have my office. Then I decide to organize my schedule. I was running almost 5 days a week, six days a week. Then I decide that I have to be in the office on Mondays and Thursday with the agents to give them support. They have to understand the system. And it's important that you teach your people how to run, how to plug in the system. This is a simple system that some people try to complicate it, adding some steps that they don't need. The only thing that a new agent, if you are doing this in this call, just plug in the system, follow the system, copy and paste what the top producers are doing. In my case now, I'm helping my people. I'm running 30 appointments in a week, and between one appointment and another, I'm calling all day my agents and helping them to take action and give all the support, all the confidence of the system to be as soon as possible in the office dialing. They don't have to be an expert.
Yeah. So you talked a lot about the system, and you mentioned some of the things that you had in place. And I know just like before you had those things in place, you were like, oh my God, that's a lot. How am I going to pay for all those things? And some of the people on here might be thinking that too. And I know that it starts with production, but on the other side of that, talk about the freedom that it gives you to actually focus on producing, because you essentially hired some helping hands to help navigate that actually do those things that are better than you. What has that done for your business, for your peace of mind, and kind of allowed for the growth that we're seeing firsthand?
Yeah, one of the things that I like from Family First Life is that everybody is sharing everything. And my inspiration was the top producers. I was reading about all the top producers that were growing, and then I decided to copy that model. And when you have a real business, you are responsible for your people, for the salary of your people, to pay your office. That means that there's no space to play. Okay, that means that if you have to invest in leads, you have to invest in leads. Go to the office, go to the office. You have to make 300 dials, 300 dials. Be in the field because you are responsible for that people. And believe me, at the beginning, it's just scary when you have to pay your people. But when you are understanding that if you have leads and you sit to dials, you will have appointments. You have the opportunity to make money every week to pay all your people and continue growing. And for me, was a transformation of my mindset from be an employee to be an entrepreneur, a businessman with a real business and a real office, a real agency. And believe me, Wayne, is a game changer because you can see my results. We are growing almost every week, adding people every week, and the only thing I'm doing is following the system.
Yeah. So you have, just to break it down, you have a recruiter, an admin, and
I have a support. I have an agent support.
an agent liaison. Okay, so 3 staff members. Mm-hmm. So in all actuality, and then everything else, that's 3 extra policies a month that you have to write to make sure that they get paid.
Yeah, that's it. That's the mindset. Yeah, only 3 policies. It's very easy. I can do that in one day.
Okay. Okay.
Very easy because
and having them around essentially frees up the time to allow you to run more appointments because you don't have to manage it. You just have to check in and support them.
Yeah, that's it. And one of the things that I changed my mindset is when I was an employee. Well, you are thinking, well, this week I will receive my check on Friday, $500. I have to pay the rent, the car, everything. But the way that I'm thinking now, okay, perfect. I have to pay my office, 1 policy. I have to pay my admin, 1 policy. I have to pay my recruiter, 1 policy. That's it. Very easy.
Yeah. Absolutely. So before we move on to how you're managing these things, not to gloss over the system, but and everybody has their own perspective of the system, which is why it works so well, because everybody's plugged into the same system. And because there's so many unique perspectives on it, it's constantly being tweaked and challenged and broken down and rebuilt. What is the system? What does that mean to you when I say I follow the system?
Very, very simple. Okay, this I understood at the beginning of this business that this is a numbers game. That's it. If you understand the numbers, you will have a lot of success. And follow the system is that you doesn't matter if you are new or you don't speak English. The only thing that you need is leads. These leads come to dial. With every dial, you will be improving. You book appointments, talk to your manager, go to the field, and you will be learning. And you will be learning. From my other experience that I had before was too many trainings, the products, the 3 months in trainings. When you finish the training, well, what am I gonna do now? I have my business card, I have my brochures, I have 300 carriers,
right.
4,000 products, but no clients.
You're an expert in training.
In training.
I just need more training.
More training. And this is a system that is very simple. And sometimes I sit with a new agent and they say, hey, Jose, and the training, what is the training? The product training, because I don't want to start until I know I have to be an expert.
So I'm comfortable with the products. Yeah.
The product. They say, man, that's not important now, because if you don't have appointments, you don't have an opportunity to show them to no one. The only thing that you have to do is be an expert in the script to book appointments. That's it. It's very simple. And some people think that have to be perfect in the first day. No, just start dialing. Okay. If you have leads, you will win. Very simple.
I think to piggyback on what you said, when people say I need to know more about the product, it's because they haven't bought into or don't fully understand the system. And where the system typically breaks down for new agents is that piece when they're in the house and it's time to pick up the phone and call your manager.
That's it.
And that's all we need you to do. Like it's infuriating. And I'm not talking to anybody specifically because everybody's on this call, but it's infuriating when you call at the end of the day and say, I didn't, I had X amount of appointments and I didn't sell anything. And I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't know you had any appointments. Like, why didn't you call me? Because we're genuinely here to help. And we understand that there's a lot that you don't know. That's why the system is the system. And if you don't call us, you're essentially bucking the system and you're going to fail. So definitely that's it's no secret that for Jose to say system as many times as he did, and his growth is a direct correlation to his ability to plug into that system. So going back to all the pieces that you laid out in your structure, I know firsthand, but for the people that don't know, because trying to figure out how to keep it all together, what do you use to manage all of that? To manage your business? How do you keep everything kind of moving and in front of you and not lose track of things?
Okay. One of the things that you will learn in this business is that you will have to manage a lot of information. Okay. And at the beginning, I was using a form in Google Sheets where I had all my leads to give a follow-up to all the leads. Then I had my people. It's important that your people you need a system of accountability. Okay, I have an admin that I have some metrics. I have a recruiter. Okay, and at the beginning I was using a Google Sheet spreadsheet about, for example, my recruiter, how many dials, how many interviews, how many agents recruited. Now, in my case, I use a system that is called Radius Bob. Okay, it's a software that I pay monthly that I can manage all my leads and all the details of the Radius Bob. Radius Bob is a CRM for insurance and helped me a lot to manage all the volume of information that I have with all my people, and I can track what my people are doing. I know that there's a lot of system in the market, but it's a system that I've been using for the past 3 years.
Okay. And then reporting, tracking, disseminating information. How do you keep things in front of the agents to make sure that they know what's relevant, or they're kind of tapping into the same things?
Well, in this one for the agents, and we have a system that we are tracking every day what are the agents are doing, and every Thursday we know how much they're making, and how, because you have to understand the numbers of your people to help them. It's impossible that I can help an agent if I doesn't know what he is doing and understand how I can help him. For example, if I have an agent that invested $600 in leads, and that agent had 15 appointments and no sales, well, it's something that I have to work with the presentation in the home. And as you said, if that agent never called me in 15 appointments, then it's something that we have to fix to be learning. Or if I have someone that invested $300, $600 in leads, he has 300 leads and dial and no appointments, it's something in the script that we can work. But the best way that I can help them is that if they're in the office, I can help them in that. And we are tracking this every day.
Okay. Good deal. I'm gonna open it up to questions now, just because I know you're busy, and I know that there's some people out there that have some things that they might be wondering and want to ask. So
I have like 50 questions that I wrote down. So if it'd be possible, Jose, if you can put your phone number, because I don't want to mess up everybody's time. If you could just put your phone number, if it's okay, I can text you or call you. You can kind of work.
I'll get it to you, George.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You can call me.
But maybe this is something that will help other people, and it's the first one. First question: how did you figure out your schedule? Like, once you were figure out your personal production, right? And obviously maybe you were a little bit all over the place, but figuring out your 30 appointments a week, your recruiting and your admin stuff, how did you figure that out? What triggered that?
Okay. Well, first, I learned one of the advantage that you have in Family First Life is that there's a lot of information free in YouTube, in the podcast. And one day I was watching a video of Andrew Taylor, and he was explaining how he built his agency. And he has a number, 10, 10, 10. You have to produce $10,000 a week, hire 10 agents, hire 10 students, okay? $10,000 to fund your business, 10 agents to be in the pipeline, and 10 students to be in the course, okay? Then, when you have that structure, then you have to figure out how I can make $10,000 a week. Well, you have to work 4 days a week, and be available. I'm open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. I don't care if I have to be in the road at 5 a.m. or I have to be in my last appointment at 9:30, 3 hours from home. I'm focused in my goal. 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, because this is a business of mindset. And that's the importance of being in contact with people like Wayne, people like Ivan, people like Steve Giordano. They're making 15, 20, 25, $30,000 a week. When you see in Facebook, and you don't have to compare with others. I don't compare with no one. I'm competing against me, okay? But all these top producers, they are inspiration for me. I'm learning from them, okay? And let me give you an example, very, very simple and very, very, very real. Ivan Bedroff. Ivan is here. And one of the things that I learned from Ivan is that the first time when I was studying in Family First Life, I was dialing with no appointments. And I called Ivan, hey, Ivan, I need this problem. And he called me on one Sunday at 8 a.m. that he was in the field going to the first appointment. And I say, hey, this is a work ethic. This is a real business, okay? And when you have that inspiration, well, you know how to do it, okay? And when you have Wayne, that is, I was watching in Facebook that he was on Sunday submitting sales on Saturday, 10 p.m. You can take advantage of that, okay? And you can copy from them. But my advice, your mindset, $10,000 a week, 10 agents, 10 students.
Awesome. Yeah, not to take away from that, I think Sean talked about that too, just like Andrew, that his drop dead was $10,000 and he wouldn't go home. So if he wasn't at $10,000 come Wednesday, and he was at his last appointment, he was door knocking until he got to $10,000. So it comes down to like Jose said earlier, being focused and intentional about where your time is being spent, because it's the one resource that you can spend and never generate more of. You're never going to get more time. So forget about it. Just utilize what you have, and you have to be intentional about where you place it, because that's the most valuable asset that you have.
Mm-hmm. And another thing that you can learn is that we are blessed here in Family First Lab, and thank you, Sean, Mike, that give us this opportunity, because you will see that when you go to the homes of the families to help the families, and you do your financial inventory, and you see that most of the families are doing, maybe dad is making $30,000 a year, mom is doing 24, but you have the opportunity to make $10,000 a week. And the only thing that you have to do is that you have to be on Monday and be dialing, book appointments, and go on Thursday, see it again, and go and be in the field. And the best part is that we have thousands of leads, and we are blessed. And for example, I see that in this Zoom call, I see that for example, Craig is amazing. he's in the company for a couple of months, but I see that he's selling every week. Okay, and he has an amazing work ethic. And the only thing you have to do is be in the field, appointments, because it's easy for you. Will be easy for you if you have cash flow to reinvest in your money, trying to figure out how to create a second system, trying to find a shortcut. In this business, there's no shortcuts. Sometimes I receive some agent telling me, well, Jose, I don't want to invest in leads because I prefer to create my own campaign in Facebook because I have a friend that is doing marketing. Hey, we are having success. The only thing that you have to do is copy paste what the top producers are doing. Okay, or other agents saying, okay, well, Jose, I want to do this with health insurance because I have my insurance, my client for health insurance. I want to sell this. Why? We have leads. The only thing you have to do is dial the leads, and that's the beauty of this business. You don't have to be an expert. The only thing you have to do is be in the phone Monday and Thursday. Other
100%.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I just wanted to add here, you know, when some of you thinking that, yeah, I get that, I would have worked this hours, I would have done this, what Jose is doing, but I'm in a different situation. Just for all of you guys to know, there, you know, Jose had many situations that he dealt with throughout the last years. Where he had to fly to Puerto Rico on many occasions and deal with family, and he's got kids, right? He's got a wife, just like most of us on the call here, and or husband, you know, and that's just that, you know. I just wanted to add this 2 cents. My question will be really short. But Jose, how are you dealing with frustration? Are you in the field, you're on the phone, and something frustrates you and things don't go your way? How do you pull through?
Well, it's very important the training and the communication with your offline, because this is a solitary business. You are alone all day, and sometimes you could have 7 appointments and 5 no shows, 2 no sales, or no sales that day. But one of the things that you have to understand that tomorrow is a new day. In this business, you can be broke on Monday and have $10,000 in your bank account. And the most important part is activity. When I started 2 years ago, and Ivan knows that, I was totally broke. I had only $500 in my credit card. $500. Okay. Then I decide, well, I use this money to invest in leads, or I use this money to go to Walmart. Okay, I decide to invest in leads, and I had no plan B. My wife is not working. I moved from other country. I was living in a tiny apartment. I was driving an old car, and there's no excuses because we are blessed. Okay, and I was focused on that time in the result, not in the process. I was focused, and this is real. Okay, I was focused. $400,000 a year, $400,000 a year, $400,000 a year. That was my every day. I was thinking $400,000 a year, and believe me, your mindset is powerful. Why? My first year, no English. Okay, no money, old car. My first year, $300,000. Okay. Then I decide, well, my second year, I want to be Hall of Fame. Okay. I was thinking $400,000. My second year, $420,000. Okay. Then I decide, well, I want to build a team. $1 million a year, a month, $1 million. That I'm thinking now, every day, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, $1 million a month, $1 million. And we are growing. And that's the best way that you can manage your frustration, okay? Because every day is a new day. Sometimes I call Wayne and I say, hey, Wayne, today it's not my best day. Well, tomorrow is a new day. If you have appointments, well, I have 7 appointments. Well, let's do it. Yeah, and it's a process. At the beginning, I was talking yesterday with one of my agents that she hired a recruiter, an admin, and when you have all the things that in your head, well, it's a lot of information. But if you are focused and thinking that we are blessed, you will have a lot of success. And the other part, Wayne, is that at the beginning, I was so selfish with me. I was thinking only in me, but now I'm thinking more in my agents, how I can help this agent that he was making $300, $400 a week. And now that person is making $3,000 a week with only helping this person to sell 3 policies in a week. And believe me, you can see the results. We are growing every week.
That's amazing, Jose. Thank you. That definitely answers the question. I see that we have one more question here from iPhone.
Yeah.
iPhone.
Go ahead.
Hey, so is there a certain type of lead that you had more success with than others?
Okay, good question. I learned from in my first day here, okay? A lead is a lead, okay? Doesn't matter, all the leads are good. And the most important part is that you need a good volume of leads. It's a numbers game. For example, it's very difficult that you can make $5,000 a week with only 10 leads. And I recommend that you talk with your manager and explain how to manage the leads, because you need volume. You need for at least 60, 70, 80 leads. Doesn't matter if are fresh, second chance, one month, 3 months, doesn't matter. Don't think in quality, think in quantity. And if you go to the office and you dial, and you resolve every lead, I guarantee you that you will have a lot of success.
Got you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And real quick, just before we jump into, I think Craig has something, and then we'll let Jose close it out. He talked about the frustration and tomorrow being a new day. I just want to highlight a new agent on here that found out not even tomorrow's new day. The next appointment is a clean slate. So if you don't close that one, pick up the phone on the way to the next appointment, talk to your manager, figure out kind of what you missed, and apply to the next appointment. She went the entire day without closing anything. She was definitely frustrated. I could hear it in her voice, ready to give up. And her last appointment was $2,400, just like that. It was a lay down, and they wanted more, but because she was thinking for the client that he was probably burnt out and didn't want to submit the other application, she figured she would submit it when she went back. So she left money on the table. She'll get back in there. Could have been a $5,000 day from one house, but it changes that quickly. So like Jose said, he was being selfish. If you focus on the people, whether you're hiring and it's focusing on the agent, or you're in the house and focusing on that family, everything will work itself out, because it really is numbers. And if you put the numbers in your favor and you remove yourself from the equation and focus on the people that you're here to serve, because that's what we're doing, we're serving the people, then everything else will take care of itself. I promise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And other part is activity. And let me share with you a story. I can understand with an agent be in the field, going to appointments, no sale, going to appointments. I remember almost 2 years ago, I was that week. I had about 20 appointments. Okay, in the appointment number 15, 0 sales, 0. Okay, and I had between one appointment and another were 2 hours, and I decided to call again this lead that he was rescheduled, and finally the guy told me, well, okay, perfect. Can you come in 1 hour? Yeah, sure, I will be there. Okay, then I go there. Was a lead of $3. Then I go there, I explain everything, and in 1 hour, I finished that appointment with $14,000 in sales commission. That means a lead is a lead. Okay, don't feel bad when you are in the field and you are not closing. don't feel bad because the next appointment can change your week.